I don't want to waste too much time. Let's get right into it. I have a lot of thoughts about this episode and this season in particular. So we pick up with Mari and Coach in the cave, and this was pretty funny where Mari tries to seduce the coach, and Coach is just not going for it because he's like, I'm not into you, not, you know what I'm saying. She tries to swindle him, and she ends up getting her hands on some pepper spray, and they end up spraying each other. Shit was fucking hilarious. Shauna and what was it, Melissa? You know, we're about to talk about their whole kiss, but I guess that's gonna have to wait for another episode because now Mari was able to escape Coach, and we learned a lot more about Mari though before she leaves. That her sister died of like brain cancer. I don't know if she was telling the truth about that, but what the coach was saying, like him kind of losing his mind, he was he said something very relatable, pretty much saying like, I never thought I was going to end up in this situation. You know, he was just trying to pay off his debt, pay off his bills and stuff like that. He never thought he would end up here in this hell because he's obviously losing it. He's not all the way there. Everybody's kind of losing it, but trying to ignore the fact that shit is crazy. Like throughout this episode, you hear like these growling roar sounds that everybody can kind of hear, and I don't know if that's just kind of like the wilderness actually communicating with everybody to let them know that this thing does exist and you can't ignore it. But with Mari going back with the group, Shauna's like kind of questioning how she got back and how she fell into the hole, how she got out and everything. And Mari pretty much lets it be known that the coach saved her. Now, Shauna wants to get her get back, you know what I'm saying? So they want to get a group together to go back into the caves to drag him out. Meanwhile, the adult storyline is somewhat picking up, where you have, for some odd reason, Callie taking a fancy to Lottie, and Shauna doesn't like that because she knows what Lottie is capable of, but we're going to wait and see how that all plays out. We do get a little scene between Shauna and Misty. Misty, you know, having that fight with Walter in the previous episode. She just wants to kind of entertain this delusion that Shauna and all of them actually really care about her. But it really took this whole crazy car ride and stuff like that where she loses track of her brakes or whatnot, or her brakes like lose traction, and everything that's ever happened, Shauna just says like, yo, you're a psychopath, you did this, of course you would do this. You know, on the flip side of things, Van finds out that her cancer is gone. It has maybe something to do with the guy dying, and we also see that Taissa is tapping into the forest spirit. So finally there's something going on with that storyline. But now this is where things get interesting, because Shauna comes home and sees Lottie and Callie just cooking and having a good time and, you know, just bonding. And then until she notices that Callie is wearing Jackie's heart necklace, and she completely freaks out, kicks Lottie out. Then we cut to Van and Taissa. They're watching old tapes that her mom left behind of Pee Wee Herman and all this other stuff. And then we see old creepy dude with the no fucking eyes. And this gives Taissa an idea to go to this ice cream parlor and maybe they'll get some type of clue. Misty burns the picture of, you know, Nat and all of them. So it seems like she's kind of over being played, and maybe she's going to apologize to Walter. But then when Taissa and Van go to this abandoned ice cream parlor, creepy as fuck, don't know why they're really there. They see this terrible CGI coyote, and they come to the realization that like this shit's gonna happen again. This thing is not going to stop. It's always going to want more. I don't know why they had to go to the ice cream parlor just to kind of put those two pieces together, because I feel like they already came to that conclusion when they were in the kitchen. I don't know. But now this is my favorite part of this the episode, and what we need more of, the psychological spooky horror shit, where they finally go into the cave to look for the coach, and Van, Shauna, and Nakia end up getting split up and having these like visions where Van is back at the cabin and it ends up starting to catch flame. Nakia ends up with this goat talking to this fucking talking llama. I was just like, what are we doing here? And then Shauna sees her kid all grown up, but she can't get out of the water to get to him. Then all of a sudden, all three of them are in this classroom and they start to question, like, are you in my dream? Am I in your dream? We see Lottie being the teacher. Then we see the creepy no eyes guy just kind of roll by. Jackie has one of those like snap band things and everybody takes a turn using it. Then she starts to snap it around Shauna's neck and she starts bleeding. I was like, yes, this is what I want every episode. We need more of this. A little less silly shit. Let's get more into tapping into the supernatural stuff. We're 3 seasons in. We don't need to constantly just tease who this entity is. Let's see more and get more answers. But then they kind of snap out of it because the coach kind of pretty much saves them. He lets it be known that there's some type of poison or something like that. And Nat and Taissa, young Nat and Taissa, put a gun on him and says, you're coming with us. And Mari's just kind of looking a little guilty, or she regrets kind of telling where the coach is, because the coach was pretty much going to let her go, and then just, she still ended up telling where he was located. So yeah, that's pretty much the episode. Not a lot happened, little sprinkles here and there. This kind of just felt like a waste for the most part, but we're going to have to see how this is all going to play out. My only issue with this season is I feel like this is going to be the season that really is going to determine if people keep watching, because they do too much dicking around and not enough like, what are we doing here? Like, the adult storyline doesn't feel like it's going anywhere, but we do see little breadcrumbs here and there. It's just, I feel like they just kind of dragging a lot of the storylines. I don't know. That might just be me. That's just my thoughts on episode 3. Not a lot happened, but at the same time, some things like the Van and Taissa thing, we're starting to get somewhere. So this thing and what they're going to have to do, like who's going to be next on the chopping block, because obviously now that they know that this thing is back, they're going to have to start to kill some people off. I don't know how they're going to go about that. I have no idea what Shauna has planned or what's kind of going through her mind. Is Melissa kind of playing games with her? When we'll see her being revealed, I don't know, man. They just got to move things along a little bit faster for my taste. You know what I'm saying? I'm still locked in, but I really feel like this season's going to be really make or break for them. But yeah, let me know how you guys feel about this in the comments below. Till next time, I will see you on the next one. Peace.